So this week was a great week. I got a lot of things accomplished. I'm really organizing and really going through everything that I own and seeing if there's a purpose to it. I've been decluttering and I've been just really taking an inventory. What do I have? What do I need on the homestead? Well, I found out I really don't need anything. I have pretty much everything that I need this year as far as food, and I'm going to be really focusing on dehydrating and canning just certain items because I really am stocked up really well with the food that I have. Also, I've been doing a lot of exercising outside whenever the sun is out. I've been doing old-fashioned chores and just getting more oxygen into my lungs and being outside in the cold. I find that the more I'm adapt to the different temperatures, the easier it is on me. And so while I'm used to being out in the heat and used to being out in the cold, it's not so hard on my body. When's the last time you've taken a moment and just listened to nature? Beautiful songbirds. You know, we're so busy with life that we forget about the sounds of nature. It's almost like she's singing for me. You know, I've been taking a lot of time just really focusing on slowing my pace in life and, you know, to stop and smell the roses, so to speak, even though there's no roses right now. But I find myself every day, if I can, I sit outside for about 5 to 10 minutes, just like I'm doing today. And I find that so rejuvenating, so much joy in it. I find that I become more aware of what's around me. I've been shutting off the outside world more and tuning into my own little world. And wherever you live, there's always birds that are singing. And there's always trees, there's always the sun, there's always the moon, there's always clouds and rain. And we need to focus on that. And I've been really doing that. I just really have been enjoying the life that I am living and finding things that I have here on the homestead. So what you see here are rose hips, and I've been letting these grow all summer, and they're roses, and so they're wild roses. Then you can collect the rose hips, is what they're called, the seed heads. You can actually brew them in a tea, or you can use them for decorations. They're beautiful. And each year they're going to get better and better and better and bigger. It's finding little things like this that nature provides and just enjoying it so immensely. To many people it would seem like a weed. These are weeds, but actually they serve a purpose. Whether it's taking an old building and making it new again and repurposing it, like this old playhouse behind me. This was a playhouse that my son-in-law played in, and he also built it. He gave it to me about 10 years ago, and his children, my grandchildren, play in it, and I do a lot of filming of videos behind me. A lot of people would see a dilapidated shed, but I see it as a place that you can turn it into something different and magical. Whether you're just picking some rose hips or wildflowers out in your backyard or finding things that nature provides, all of these things can give you great joy, satisfaction, and motivation. Getting outside and just breathing in that good air, that cold, crisp air, can do wonders for you. A lot of times walking, if you can hike and go on trails, that's beautiful too. But you know, a lot of times you can just go in your own backyard. sit with a cup of coffee, even if it is 35 degrees outside. All of these things can give you great joy. You're living in the old-fashioned life is something that you don't have to gain money to acquire. You can live an old-fashioned life no matter where you are. You can live an old-fashioned life no matter how much money you have or how little you have. It doesn't have anything to do with money at all. Isn't that great? Finally, we can have a purpose in life that has nothing to do with money, because you can live an old-fashioned life no matter what your paycheck or what your bottom dollar says. It's really neat because you can find creative ways to make your life the way you want it. Let's face it, a lot of us live in homes that we probably wouldn't live in if we could have a choice. But we can turn those homes and make them beautiful sanctuaries. We can turn those homes and make them warm and joyous and comforting. No matter where your home is, you can do that. You just have to think outside the box. And that is what I hope that you're inspired to do by watching my videos. So everyone, whether you're outside and you're gathering some things from the nature, or you're inside and you're reading a book, you're one of your favorite authors, I hope you find a little bit of time just today that you can escape, and you can just escape all the pressures of the outside world. You know, shut the door and let it out there and enjoy your life in peace and comfort, no matter where you are. Even if you live in a house of turmoil, you can always find that sacred space that you made for yourself where you can create a beautiful place. Did you know? I knew a girl who everything was so chaotic in her life and she had no choice about that, but she made a closet. Yes, my friends, she made a closet into a little area where she would bring a light. And that's where her little area was. And she found such joy and comfort. And she would spend about 45 minutes there once a day. You know, that sounds silly, but for her, that was her place to escape. That was her place where she could just de-stress from the world that we're living in. And we need that de-stress. In order to de-stress, though, my friends, you have to take your life in your own hands, and you have to create the peace that you desire. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys real soon. And that's a promise. Where's your peaceful spot? I love my area back here, right along the fence row of my homestead. It's so peaceful back here. There's so many different birds that find their homes back here. I love being here at all the times of the season. I love it when the trees are just turning that golden brown, and I love it in the spring when everything is budding. Also love it in the winter time. It's so quaint back here. This is my favorite spot outside,